Welcome again to another video. It's your boy Eldorado. Don't forget to subscribe, and without further ado, we can dive into this video. What I really want to talk to you about is color code and grouping. Now, as you can see within this particular session, you see lots of color, and you have in between colors also. Now, the reason why I color me track them is because sometimes I just can't go through and name stems over back again. Sometimes you get the same stems them as insert, but by listening to it, you can cipher what is what. And okay, parrots. Anyways, for me, sometimes I'm kind of lazy with the naming the stuff them like this now. These are okay as is, and these have some long name beside it. But by listening the sound, because a sound you listen to, and me for one, I trust my ears with what I hear. Sometimes you have combination of sound to make one particular sound, and it kind of sound distinctive one way. So you have to use your discretion and group them where you want to. Now for me, these dark purple track, because drums and percussion for me go together. So I tend to put them together. These here are drums and percussion, and these are the bus. The reason why I don't really do the bus in one different color is because more often so everything there have to do with bus and the actual audio track itself. However, for other colors of track, like this track right here, you realize them. I'm good enough so you can see them more. These color right here, you realize them in a dark teal color like. Now for those, when we see those in my session, I know say these are effects tracks. So for instance now, like up here now, where I have these dark golden looking color like, these are my brass, because it kind of take on the same or similar color like brass or a wind instrument. So I kind of have it in this color, and beside it I have this. So I know say it's a effects track, and currently in this session I'm not using it, so I can't really hide it, but still have it there. So I can go right click and hide and make inactive. Though it's still there over this section, we can always make it visible back again, but it's not active. So these are the reason why I'm really color code. We track them and have it constantly on every session. So after a while, I get used to it and can repeat stuff like this. Now, another reason why I really like to do this. So for instance, I'm at a studio and somebody's mixing a track, or a friend sent over a session, I will look on it and so forth like that. Now everybody who me work close with, know about color coding and grouping. So for instance, they have different so for argument's sake, we could change the colors on these. And that in that color, this in that color, and this in this color. No, color. Anyway, so for instance, we get one session looking like this. Now, when we solo up something like this from somebody else's session, and me start to hear stuff, me say, alright, this is their color code instructor. I'm not really going to rename but nothing and so forth like that. So I'm supposed to know, so alright, these are keys, these are strings, these are drums, these are our auxiliary auxiliary effects track, and these are vocals. So it is better for me, or it's better for you. It doesn't matter which DAW you use, color coding goes a far way. However, there are times when I see sessions coming with no color on it. So they are all black. I'll put it none for example. They are all, everything is black. and at the top of it, where you see the extreme black color, at the bottom of it, where you see the extreme black color, those are where the colors are. For me personally, it can work if you like it like that. But for me, it tend to make my eyes strain too much or all over the place. More of when I scroll, I am seeing exact colors, throughout my session, and it's easy to identify stuff. So color coding and grouping is important. And how I group my stuff, I always tend to put the auxiliary bus and the effects beside the particular track that I'm working with. So I'm not having the audio track at one section and all the auxiliary at another section. It kind of tend to make navigation through. So say I work on something up here, so, and all of the auxiliary then down here. So for me, I've seen people do it and it worked well for me, but for me, it just not really work out. So more often knows, alright, whatever auxiliary track me have for like my strings now, everything beside the strings bus in a different color. So me know, so those are auxiliary effects track. So if a parallel, if a reverb, if a phasing, if a flanging or whatever the case may be, or some unique effect that me really add upon it, it is there beside it, easily to identify. So these are reasons why I really group my tracks them, and even within my template, me really have me group them, and within a template I don't really mix the same exact way. That may have some pre plugin on it, but in most cases I change them, and in most cases are the plugin that I use mostly on tracks where I really know the sounds of the plugins. Now, how I really go about after importing my template, I click here, groups, and modify groups, and I put them in the group I already have in the template. So for instance, like me solo up my keys that are here with the VCA. Press play. Those are soloed up.
I just play thing bad man, put in a dog.
Solo keys.
It's a matter of fact.
So for me, VCA play a very important role when it comes to soloing up my tracks, because me, for one, sometimes or in most cases I do not like to solo up an individual track by itself if it's not surgical EQ that I'm doing. I mean, I can do subtractive EQ, but for me, I separate subtractive EQing from surgical EQing. Surgical is something that me really are definitely need to hear or so forth like that, or the search a particular frequency. Now, within groups of track, me can really hear the vibe and also stuff like that, and me can really hear what is wrong with it. But sometimes I'm not familiar with every frequency. I'm familiar with the low mids and lows and somewhat of the highs, but within every frequencies of it, I'm not familiar with. So those are things where me really solo up the track them, definitely for reasons like those. Color code back these things. So in orange, and these are brass, so I'm gonna put them in a golden color back again. Yeah, so really know how the stuff, how these are color coded, and this is my rhythm bus that may really sum everything to. It's a summing bus where me sum all of my instrumental tracks too, so I can do further processing to it. So as you can see, there's light processing on this instrumental track, more like balancing and slight EQing. It's just that heavy processing are some mid to heavy processing on my vocals, to get that sound. So Thank you again for watching. Thank you again for tuning in to the boy Eldorado. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell notification button. And I'll catch you in another video. Peace out.